Yo, shout out to Sir Bravian for such a magnificent song. So, kick it off, bruv. The whole slate is coming. Let's get it.
Well, I was too hit like a thunder roll. Shook the PlayStation faithful right down to their soul. They thought exclusives were a fortress wall, but now those walls, they start to fall.
Let's begin the madness, guys.
Death Stranding 2, showing up on Xbox. What you gonna do? Fanboys crying, petitions in hand, but real gamers just understand. Whole slate's coming, hear the thunder roll. Whole slate's coming, crashing through your soul. Whole slate's coming, no escaping fate. Whole slate's coming, through the Game Pass gate. Fanboys crying, shouting in vain. You lost your grip and losing your game. Could've spoke with your wallet, but you stood still. Now Xbox to experience the whole damn thrill.
Come on in.
Whole slate's coming, Joel and Ellie too. Whole slate's coming, intergalactic coming through. Whole slate's coming, watch Killzone ignite. Whole slate's coming, I feel like resistance tonight.
Where is factions? Where is factions?
Where is
Where
factions?
is factions?
I don't understand where is factions.
She gone, man.
Last of us taking a brand
gone.
new ride. Shadow of the Colossus standing by Xbox's side. Uncharted treasures ready to show. Sackboy packing up and he's ready to go. Bloodborne shadows creeping slow. Ratchet and Clank putting on a show. Could've stopped this if you bought the game, but you just whined and now it's all the same. Whole slate's coming, hear the thunder roll. Whole slate's coming, crashing through your soul. Whole slate's coming, no escaping fate. Whole slate's coming, through the Game Pass gate. Whole slate's coming.
Yeah, buddy. Ponies, you can't run from the whole slate is coming. A pleasant good night to all in the chats. How are you guys doing? It's a wonderful Sunday evening. I mean, I'm inside. There's a lot of partying going on behind me because right now it's carnival in my country. But I'm safe inside, talking and bringing some discipline to these ponies. Shout out to everyone in the chat, man. Everyone in the chat, shout out to you. Let me start from the top. The first person to be here was Ralph. Ralph, what up, Ralph? Shout out to you. Then we had D-Easy. D-Easy. All right, D-Easy said, I must be first. Technically, D-Easy, Ralph was first. And then we have Josh. Josh, shout out to Josh, man. What's up, G? Why so serious? Listen to me. It's time to laugh, guys. It's time to have some fun. Don't be serious. And then we have the landlord of the stream, He's always the landlord. That is a Brisket Clown. What's up, Brisket Clown? Shout out to you, man, and the family. Anime Source Central. If you want good anime news and good anime takes, visit his YouTube channel, man. Jimmy, is this Jimmy Neutron here? Jimmy, shout out to you, man. Welcome, welcome. Be Big Money. Listen to me. Be Big Money. Money can't done. His money is big, man. Zero Law. What up, man? What up, Zero Law? We have Professor Strong. Professor Strong said, are we talking about the malnourished Kratos? We are talking about that and more. We are talking about that and more. Shout out to Dolomite, my brother. Shout out to Dolomite, man. Shout out to you. PlayStation 5 blows. I mean, boy, this week was a marvelous week. Guys, as you guys comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, support your boy, throw something in the chat. Let's get this started because I don't know if I'll be able to fit all this news in one show, but I'll try. This week we had the PlayStation State of Play, and this State of Play was needed because these ponies were hungry. No PlayStation 5 games, no Sony produced games. I mean, these guys were starving. These ponies here. They're hungry. Look at this. No teeth in the mouth. But they're hungry. Ponies are hungry. Come on, eat it. Get there. Fight it, man. That's what we're talking about. These ponies are hungry, guys. So what did Sony do? Well, Sony gave them a state of multiplat. It was supposed to be a PlayStation State of Play, but we got a PlayStation State of Multiplat. Very, very interesting, right? Now, in order for us to understand what went on with this State of Multiplat, we have to go on Twitter. We have to go around Twitter. Let's see what Twitter have in store for us, because I'll tell you something. These phonies thought that they were going to get an exclusive showcase, but really all they got was multiplat, and I'll prove it to you. Look at this here. This was this week. Hey, let me say a shout out to Brisket Clown. Shout out to you for that $5 super chat. Let me put you up here, Brisket Clown. Let me put you up here, Brisket Clown. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for that $5 bomb. These ponies will never learn. They enjoy getting beaten. And I agree. They will never learn. Understand me? Nintendo beat them, and I'm taking a lesson from Nintendo's book. These ponies running, but I'm going to say don't run. Don't run, ponies. Come back here. Don't run. Woo! Feel that. Woo! Don't run it. Don't run. Woo! Buddy. They don't learn, Brisket Clown. They just keep putting themselves in a position where they don't learn, but we'll teach them today. So this week, as I said before, we had a State of Play, right? But this State of Play was very interesting because close to 18 to 90 games from that State of Play came to Xbox. 007, SW Galactic Racer, right? That is Star Wars Galactic Racer, RE9. All of these games you are seeing here came to Xbox. Now, it's very interesting. These ponies said for months that Xbox is dead as a platform. Why are we getting all these games, ponies? If developers are seeing that here what the Xbox fans don't buy games, why are they even considering bringing all these games to Xbox? I'm trying to understand what's going on here, right? So we had, and a matter of fact, When this state of play came, these guys started to lie. Guys, they said that this is what they said. They listen to PC Gamer. PC Gamer said Space Marine 2 dev Saber is making an untitled John Wick game with Keanu Reeves reprising the role. But it's a PlayStation 5 exclusive.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This is what PC Gamer say. And you wonder why it is we all say there's an Xbox tax. How could a legitimate website like PC Gamer, supposed to be credible, supposed to do their due research, supposed to do everything that a journalist should do to make sure that whatever story they put out there is accurate and factual? How could PC Gamer make a statement like this? I'm trying to understand how that works. And then we had Twitter come in and correct PC Gamer. Twitter walked up to PC Gamer and said to PC Gamer, hold on to this for lying.
Oh, good! One and done!
Don't lie, PC Gamer. PC Gamer, don't lie. Get up. This is what Twitter said, because notice what Twitter said. Twitter said the game is not a PlayStation 5 exclusive, and the post may make people think that it is. This is what we are dealing with, guys. This is what we're dealing with. These guys, they lie, they cheat, they use propaganda. But guess what? That is why we have streamers like me disciplining these ponies.
Oh, good!
Get up.
And done! He ain't
There
getting
are
up!
ponies in all sorts of high places, guys. It has to be a pony wrote this article. It has to be. So this week, not only did the narrative that Xbox is dead fell through because all of these games are coming to Xbox, but even PC Gamer got exposed for lying that the new John Wick game is exclusive to PlayStation 5. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Now, this week had a lot of discussion around God of War. Should I talk about God of War now? Let me hold back on that God of War for now. Let me get you guys this story. This week, a lot of PlayStation fans were boasting that, guess what? Insomniac would have come out and said that Spider-Man will never come to Xbox. And these ponies were on Twitter and on the internet, all over the internet, saying that Insomniac would have told everyone that, guess what? Spider-Man will never come to Xbox. Look the article here. This is the article here, guys. You guys seen the article? This is what it said. Will Spider-Man come to Xbox someday? Insomniac Games responds. Sony has ruled out Xbox before, yet history shows platform plans evolve, especially as PC storefronts and Windows-based consoles blur traditional boundaries. So Sony directly came out and said, here what, you guys ain't seeing Spider-Man no time soon on Xbox. And these ponies were out on Twitter laughing, you guys won't see, you guys have no games, you guys can't get Spider-Man, this banger. But let me remind the PlayStation community to be very careful, right? Because if it is you're not careful, someone like me is waiting on the wings. I am just waiting on the wings to discipline you guys, you know. Hear why I say so. Do you guys remember when the same Insomniac Games said this? Look at this here. This was written in 2022. Hear what they said. Remember when Insomniac said Spider-Man will never appear on PC? I remember that. This is what they said. They said Spider-Man will never come to PC. And guess what? Nearly, if not all the Spider-Man currently is on PC. So I am warning you ponies, be very careful. I'm going to take all the screenshots and I am going to sit back and wait, because when it does happen, I will be right there to discipline all of you ponies and jabronis. Let me just say a shout out to those who just came in. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me say shout out to Vince. Vince, what up, man? Did I get everyone? PlayStation Blues, Why So Serious? Who did I miss? Be Big Money. All right, I believe I got everyone. I think Vince is the only one who just came, right? So shout out to everyone in the chat. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. So it is not surprising that Insomniac would have said this in the past. So you cannot take nothing what these companies say. These companies say what they need to say in order to appease the stakeholders. At that time, they needed to say this. But we know that Spider-Man is currently on Xbox, or rather PC, right? So let's move on now to one of the biggest debacle this week. You see, the PlayStation community was very excited when they saw Kratos. When they heard that the voice man come out, Kratos boy. Ooh, I could do some voice acting. Boy, go and wash the dishes. Yeah, buddy. So when it is they heard that, these guys were excited. These guys were thinking that they were about to get a banger. These ponies thought that they were about to get another great God of War game. But it just so happened that when Sony announced God of War, they announced, as Professor Strong would say, a malnourished, starving, decrepit God of War. Look at this here, guys. I want you guys to see this. This God of War is malnourished, to say the least. Let's play the trailer here. Let's play the trailer. Look at this. Is this it here? Look at this here. Look at this. Look at this. This was the banger that all ponies were freaking out about.
Before I was a father.
Before you were a father.
Before.
And guys, wait. I want you guys to stop right here. Look at this. I think Sony is going crazy, you know. Sony is showing everyone. Clearly, this is a mobile game. But look what they did, guys. They said captured on PlayStation 5. Sony had the gall to tell everyone that this cell phone game is captured on a PlayStation 5 Pro. You guys can be that. They said it's captured on a PlayStation 5 Pro. Look at this game, guys. Look at this guy here. Look at this. Look who is doing this.
I was a Spartan.
Look at this. I am telling you, there are some cell phones that can run this game better.
Spartans! Our duty is to Sparta.
After 4
Here's the
years,
reaction.
or rather 5
Origin
years,
is a decision.
of Santa Monica cooking,
Never
This is what they
undercuts.
cooked.
Never left behind.
This is what they cooked
Always
to their
united.
fans. Look at this! Malnourished, starving. Kratos is not eating.
Of tragedy,
Kratos is not drinking.
of destruction,
Look at this!
redemption begins
Anorexic.
here.
They should be called the anorexic
Be ready
Spartan.
for Sparta.
Look at this! But you know what's the worst part, guys? Available in 2026. They tried to do an Xbox here.
This
Look at this.
is only the beginning.
Of course, it's only the beginning. You know what is the worst part about this entire thing, guys? They charged the PlayStation community $30 for that game. I mean, I just say ponies have to pay for everything. But I didn't realize that Sony was agreeing with me.
Thank you.
You're making us pay for water, you son of a...
Yeah, we're making you pay for
You're making us
anorexia,
pay for grapes,
malnourishment,
apples, things
Dryness,
that God gave us for free.
parches. No, you.
Ha! You will burn in hell when I'm through with you. You will not be allowed in my father's house at
These
all.
guys paid $30
You're ma-
for this game, a cell phone game. That is crazy to me. Now, some persons would say, Jay, you are biased. This game is a certified banger. Everyone is loving this game. I know what I might say. I might say this, pony.
Y'all smoking crack. Something is wrong with you people.
Yeah, I just might say that. Because it's not only me that has the smoke for this game. I want you guys to listen to this because this guy summarized it well. Let me load down the song, the background song, because I want you guys to listen very carefully to what this guy said. This guy summarized this game so well. Listen to what he said, right? Let me pull it up here for you. Let me pull it up here for you. Where here it is. Listen to this guy here. Hear why this guy
Doesn't really convey the impact of hitting an enemy. The blow feels almost the same as if you were just chopping the air. 2. I very often encounter doesn't really convey the impact of hitting an enemy. The blow feels almost the same as if you were just chopping the air. 2. I very often encounter bugged enemies. They just stop and do nothing, or they stand in place, but with movement animation. Once it completely glitched and froze, these bugs also occur during combat. Enemies.
So not only is this game, so Sony Santa Monica had 5 years to whether assist with this game, whether to give guidance with this game. And not only is this game a cell phone game able to run on a Nokia, it has bugs. After 5 years of cooking, they still shadow dropped a game with bugs. Are you guys seeing this? Listen to him.
But with movement animation. Once it completely
Listen.
up in the air. 2. I very often encounter bugged enemies. They just
Bug.
stop and do nothing, or they stand in place, but with movement animation. Once it completely glitched and froze, these bugs also
This
occur
is
during combat.
crazy.
Enemies may simply stop attacking at some point and
50 bucks,
stand there
guys.
doing nothing. 3. The enemies are very dumb. For example, flying enemies
The
cannot fly
enemies
around
are very
obstacles. They
dumb.
just try to fly through them. And regular enemies are unable to jump off ledges and attack Kratos. They will either just stand there or try to attack, but
Play
naturally
on the
miss.
PlayStation
4. For
5
some
Pro.
fantastic reason, the developers decided to break all locations into small areas, apparently because the PlayStation 5's 16 gigabytes of RAM unable to accommodate all this beauty.
Listen.
And to give us flashbacks to the 90s, transitions between these zones are accompanied by a black screen. It would be fine if this screen only appeared for a moment, but sometimes it can be seen for several seconds. I understand that the game is styled to look retro, but why do this in
Wow.
2026?
Wow.
Are there really people who think frequent loading screens are a good doesn't really convey
I
the
can't
impact of hitting an enemy? The blow
That Sony charged the PlayStation community $30 for this game. So it's not just persons saying things this game actually has a lot of bugs. It's not developed well, and persons are complaining. Let me just say shout out. Let me just says, okay, so Professor Strong, thank you for that $2 super chat. Professor Strong is saying that game is child of sandbox. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, Professor Strong. And let me also say a shout out to Dare Reezy. He is saying with that $2 super chat, new God of War releasing on Leapfrog. The new God of War is releasing on a Leapfrog. Come on, Darius. You don't do these guys like that, man. I'm lying. Do exactly this. So, yes, this is madness. Let me just say shout out to Dolomite. Rain, shout out to you, man. Phantom, how you doing, man? Derizi, El Unico. What up, El Unico? Shout out to you. Let me see. Vince, Anonymous Boss. Shout out to all you guys in the chat. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if this is the first time you're seeing the stream. So, as it is now, there's a lot of backlash when it comes to God of War, Sons of Sparta. Because not only is the game $30, it looks like a cell phone game. We would have just seen that there are a lot of bugs, a lot of glitches. I mean, these guys said that it ran on the PlayStation 5 Pro, but we are seeing that there are black screen loading screens. I don't know what Sony did with this game, quite frankly. But again, a lot of persons are comparing this game with games from yesteryear. Because I want you guys to see this. Look at this here. A lot of persons are comparing this game with games of yesteryear. Look at this. Because this is what these guys did. Look at this here, guys. So here we have God of War, Sons of Sparta to your left. This came out in 2026. Then we have The Last Fate, came out in 2023. Then we have Blasphemous 2, that came out in 2023. Now they are stacking up these games to see whether these games could compare to a game made in 2026 running on the PlayStation 5 Pro. You tell me which one looks better.
Sparta. Fear is a reaction. Courage is a decision. Press your attack. Don't relent. Never on our backs. Never
Which one looks better, guys?
Always united.
Look at these games. Isn't this sad? That Sony is nickel and diamond these guys.
Legendary saga of gods and monsters.
Look at this.
Tragedies and triumphs.
This is absolute madness.
The redemption begins.
Madness.
Be ready.
Look at this.
Sparta.
So we are seeing a game made in 2023 is looking way better than this God of War that came out in 2026. And just as Anonymous Boss said, let me just say thanks for being a member for 7 months, Anonymous Boss. Let me just say that normally I like these ponies to pay for everything. But paying for a Nokia Leapfrog game is nasty work, ponies.
Thank you.
You're making us pay for water, you son of a...
You have to pay for everything. Ponies.
You're making
everything.
us pay for grapes?
Pay for games, made, Snake,
Things
Frover,
that God gave us for free?
Tetris. That's what I bring about Tetris.
You will
will pay for
burn
everything.
in hell
Full
when
price.
I'm through with you. You will not be allowed in my
You're not allowed
father's
in my
house
father's house.
at all.
At all.
Thank you.
Listen to me. Hey, this is nuts. I would have never thought this would have happened. 5 years, guys. This was 5 years of cooking, looks like. Right? So, yes, a lot of backlash is happening from this particular game. But out of everyone who is real angry, I don't think no one is more angry than the creator of God of War himself. That is David Jaffe. Now, I had to edit David because he cursed a lot. So let me show you here what David said. Right? Let me show you here what David said. Do I have it? Do I have it? Is this it? No, this don't look like it. Let me show you what David said. Yeah, I think this is it here. I think this is it here, guys. So let me show you what David said about this new God of War. Listen to what he said. This is my video here.
God of War. Listen, and you know what? This is one person's opinion, but they would know. They were certainly in the know. They said Sony Santa Monica these days is driven mostly or primarily by story, and I'm like, oh my god! In this game, the Sons of Sparta, what I played, which was only about an hour of it, and I'll never go back to it.
So David said he played an hour of the Sons of Sparta.
I'm sorry.
Now, how am I delusional, Shatterstar? How am I delusional?
It's just like, get over yourselves, man. It's like they just kept stopping over and over and having the characters just talk and talk and talk, and the voice acting.
Apparently, this game has a lot of dialogue. So David Jaffe saying is a lot of talking and talking and talking. Listen.
It's not very good. The story, at least what I played, maybe it gets really good. You know, somebody's like, maybe halfway through the game you become, you know, the Kratos we know and love from the early games. But Huck wants to play. This is not God of War. When people were saying they wanted a God of War 2.5D game, I'm pretty sure they meant this, and they did not mean this. And who the greenlit this, I don't know. Who thought this is what the audience wants?
Wow. The grand poobah of God of War is saying that this is rubbish. So
I mean, even David Jaffe said that this game ain't it. David Jaffe is saying, just like Anonymous Boss, this is a sickness. It is deviant. Yeah, buddy. This is what David Jaffe is saying, right? Now, to prove that God of War, Sons of Sparta, has a lot of issues and that we are not just delusional, let me show you this. Because you see, it's one thing to be biased, but it's another thing when it is you have evidence and facts to back up what you're saying. This is an article written by Push Square, right? Listen to what this article says, right? So God of War Sons of Sparta, real promise with lovely pixels, right? No, this is not it. Let me show you what they're talking about here. There are persons. Look at here. Here's the article here. I feel cheated. Look at here. I feel cheated and I want a refund. There are PlayStation gamers who fund. I mean, ponies, I'm very sorry, but all I could say to that is this. All I could... If you want a refund, that's all I can say. Fans lash out at new PlayStation 5 God of War unlockable local multiplayer mode, right? God of War Sons of Sparta is what? A 2-player local co-op game, but there's a catch. You need to complete the story once the single player is unlocked. A single player to unlock it. While back on the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 era, this would have been considered a bonus feature to look forward to. Some fans are absolutely furious at the feature being gated behind progress. In response to Santa Monica Studios' clarification, one irate fan took to Twitter to complain. By every metric, this game looks like a co-op side-scroller. The way the description is written on the store, the ads for it, two players detailed in the game info, I thought I'll be able to experience the story with my partner through playing together. I feel cheated. PlayStation, I want my refund. Wow. Because if you notice in the trailer, even in this here, guys, if you notice in the picture, there are two individuals here. So they market the game as a two-player. They market it as a two-player, right? But really and truly, in order to access that second player, you have to complete the game, right? And this is what persons don't want. Let me just say shout out to Iron Mike with that $2 super chat. Iron Mike is saying, worst looking Metroidvania this generation. I would agree. It looks like it belongs to a Motorola or a Nokia phone from back in the day. So this game has a lot of problems with it, guys. I don't know what to say, but these ponies, you guys are eating. As I said before, you guys were hungry and Sony gave you guys a cell phone game to eat. Come on, ponies. Eat up. Yeah, man, eat it. Fight it with that two teeth you have in your mouth there, ponies. Come on. Eat up. Come on. Fight it. Yes. You guys are hungry and starving, right? So yes, this is what happened this week. So not only was the state of play a multi-plat, the game that they shadow dropped, Sons of Sparta, somehow it is not resonating with the wider audience because it doesn't look like a PlayStation 5 Pro game. To believe I have the world's most powerful console to play this? To play this, guys? The world's most powerful console? Come on, man. Come on, dog. This is what Sony is doing for you guys? This is madness, right? Now, one of the other things that happened this week was at the state of play, there were a number of games that came to Xbox, right? About 18 of them. But the ponies in the chat on Twitter and so forth were saying this one particular game is not on Xbox. And that is the game with the chicken, right? Chicken and waffles game. The name of it is what? Is it Project Winless? Winless, I believe. Let me see if I can pull it up here for you guys to see the trailer. Right? So this week, these ponies were jumping for a rejoice because they thought that this game I'm about to show you was exclusive. Right? Look at it here. Right? Look at it. Look at this here. Half bird, half man. We call him bird man.
Children of water.
Look at this.
Born of the goddess. You filthy creatures.
So when the ponies saw this game and they saw all the action in it, they said that this game is going to be an exclusive. Look at this here. Look at this chicken guy here. Look at this rooster. It's like the god of war chicken. The black myth, the form of chicken. Look at this. a lot of chicken, a lot of eggs, a lot of omelets. Look at this. So these ponies thought they had a win with this game, right? They said, wow, Sony is cooking. No, Sony didn't make this game. This game is a third-party game that Sony is relying on, right? Look at this here. So as that game plays, let me just say that ponies thought that this game was an exclusive to PlayStation, right? But they were mistaken. They were sorely mistaken, because afterwards, a lot of persons went digging. And this is what they found. Where is it? Is it here? Where is the article? So there's an article that says that this game is not exclusive to PlayStation. Rather, it is coming to Xbox. So these ponies thought they had an exclusive on their hands, but no, this game is coming to Xbox. But they told me Xbox was dead. They told me no one wants to work for Xbox. That is what they told me, right? But it just so happened that more and more games are coming to Xbox than before. So let me just say that wasn't all that happened this week. This week had a lot, guys. This week had a lot of news in it. This week had a lot of news. So in addition to that, I'm not hearing anything from Dreamcast guy, because apparently Sony is renting PlayStation 5s. Did I hear that? Did I hear right? Sony is renting PlayStation 5. Let's listen to Review Tech and let's see what he says about this.
Channel called Tech 25 ASMR.
Listen to this.
Hey, is everything becoming more expensive for you? Is it tough to even buy groceries at the grocery store without having to do a payment plan like Klarna? That's actually a thing where people are using like buy now, pay later for groceries. But at least, hey, even though that's happening, you can't buy a house. You have to continue to rent because buying a home is very unaffordable. At least you could buy your electronics, right?
No.
You could own these. You could watch Netflix on your phone, and you'll be happy as you're a lemming making a bunch of money for other people while you're still broke.
No.
Right? Well, guess what? You're not going to be able to own this stuff anymore either. You're going to have to rent it soon. And even if you rent it for like 2 years and you think, all right, at least at the end I get to keep what I paid for monthly, right?
Listen to what he's saying here.
Got to give it back here. Give it. You paid for it for 2 years and it's outdated. It doesn't matter. We want it back. That's literally what's happening right now. And this is just the beginning. So I talked about this. This is just a couple days ago, how HP is doing this. Now, we know that RAM prices are going up because yes, okay, you paid a little more. Gamer, rest in peace to them. How long you were paying on them, which is around the world.
Look at us here.
This comes from Kotaku. PlayStation in the UK has paired up with a company called Raylo to offer rental options for a huge range of its hardware.
These guys had a problem with Game Pass, right? They say Game Pass was for brokies. They said Game Pass is destroying gaming. But look what Sony's doing. And I guarantee you that this is just a test. This is just a test, because what we are seeing here is that not only is Sony taking their model, but Sony is using this model where it is you can rent your PlayStation 5.
For a whacking $33 a month, you can get a 1 terabyte PS5 you don't own, or make that $39 if you want a second controller with it. $6 more a month for a second controller. You don't get to keep any of this. Keep that in mind. Called PlayStation Flex, it purports to lease out
PlayStation Flex. Flex. You could be that. The PlayStation is flexing on these ponies. Hey, what is Sony doing? Sony is charging for consoles now, renting consoles. This is
fives and accessories starting at about $13 per month. That's pounds right there. Deliberately aimed at customers who aren't able or willing to pay the full price up front. But the reality is much more grim.
So we went from Sony. I don't know if you guys remember that sometime last week or week before, a lot of news were coming out that Sony were trying to entice PlayStation 4 users to, it's time to buy a PlayStation 5. So they went, I don't know why Sony is so desperate for selling consoles. Like if consoles is the, if Sony don't sell consoles, they are acting like if they would go under. Because they are trying to persuade PlayStation 4 gamers to buy PlayStation 5. Now they're saying, here what? If you don't have a PlayStation 5, you could rent it for $20. What?
Buckle up for that. And here is PlayStation UK. So it's not like it's they're working with a third party, but this is still Sony's, is sanctioned by Sony, blessed by Sony. Here is their tweet.
Yeah.
Okay. PlayStation UK. Join your friends on PlayStation 5 with Flex. Lease a PS5 digital edition console starting at £9, 9.95 pence, I believe, per month. And it's about $13 a month for a limited time only. The quote, starting at £9.95 per month claim in the promotional materials is extremely misleading. This is the price for the bizarre Europe.
So as you see, we go on, we will see they keep adding more and more and more. At the end of it, guys, Sony is saying that here what? You will be end up paying, is it like what? $500, $600 for the PlayStation 5. This is pounds. And at the end of it, you don't own the console. You don't own it. So Sony is renting consoles and you don't get to own it at the end. What kind of insanity is this?
Only 825 gigabyte digital edition of the PS5. They actually cut down on the storage size to save on costs in Europe with the digital edition. In the States, it's still a terabyte for now, roughly working out to about $13.50 per month, but crucially only at the rate if you want to commit to a 36-month plan.
Let me just say shout out to Heldoro is saying God of War for dumb for shout out to you, man.
From which it is very difficult to opt out of. So one, they make it next to impossible to opt out of. Two, you don't.
So when you're renting this game, guys, you cannot just simply cancel renting the game. What Sony is doing is that they are making it difficult for you to come out of the service, this rental service.
Own the console. In reality, to rent that lowest tier console for a month without a contract would cost you $26.50 per month. So if you want it without a contract, you're going up like double the price, more than twice as much as the implied price. So unless you do the 3-year plan, you're paying a hell of a lot more. Kotaku continues, for clarity, let's focus on the standard 1 terabyte PS5, which purports on the front page of the store to be available for £11.59 per month, $16. But for a single month, it would actually cost you $33. The same console to buy and own outright costs $654 or 480 pounds, let's say, with included tax in that figure. It gets even more bizarre, though. If you signed up for that 36-month, 3-year commitment, which you cannot cancel, At the
can't
cheapest
cancel
rate,
it.
this would cost you a total of $417. So maybe it's a bargain, right? Like, hey, it's
Listen
still
to me.
at that point,
Sony
it's cheaper
is making you guys
than just
pay
buying a PS5, even if you're just paying the monthly installments. That's
everything,
60
man.
pounds cheaper than buying it day one. Except no, because at the end of those 3 years,
where is Crap Gamer? Where is Dreamcast guy talking about this? All of these guys are extremely quiet. Huh? Where is Tim Dog? Why isn't Tim Dog saying something that Sony is trying to rent you guys console and they're making it difficult for you guys to come out of it? Why ain't nobody talking about that? Instead, we have Tim Dog twerking. Whistling on the stage. Tim Dog, there's news to be said. Why you on the stage? Get up. Right? All of these YouTubers are awfully quiet all of a sudden when it comes to this.
you've spent your 417 pounds on owning nothing. You have to give the PS5 back. So this payment plan from Sony and Raylo that you rent this console, all right, you know, it's actually a little bit cheaper than buying a PlayStation 5, but the person who spent a little bit more money to buy the PlayStation 5 outright, now they own it. Like Kotaku just said, they could sell it. They could do what they want. You don't own that console. You don't want it anymore. You got to fork it over. Sony wants it back. Now, here is where it gets even more insane. The situation obviously gets considerably worse if you rent the PS5 for a shorter period of time. If you were unable to commit beyond a monthly rate, which of course is the case for many with low incomes looking to find cheaper access to this tech, unable to commit to a 12-month contract, let alone a 3-year one, for the equivalent 3 years, you'd have to pay out $1,202 for a console you don't even own.
So when it's all said and done, it's over $1,000 you'll be paying to rent the console after the contract is over. So at the end of the contract term, somebody would have paid over $1,000 to rent a PlayStation 5. Guys, isn't this insanity? Where are we going as a gaming industry where you have to rent?
Where is factions?
Yeah, we wasn't talking about factions. We're talking about
You told us to wait. We waited, and you're still not here. Neil
Faction is
Druckmann,
gone.
where are you?
Listen to me. Neil Druckmann is making movies right now. He cannot come and talk about factions. What's going on with this dude, man? Randomly interrupting me when I'm speaking here about this. Right. So it's very clear that Sony don't care. But I'll even show you guys this, because this guy also summarized it well. Right? Look at this. Listen to what he says. Right? Listen to what he said.
So if you...
Let's now. Wrong one again. Let me see. Let me take off this one. All right. Look at this one here, guys. Listen to this dude. Listen to this guy here.
Your PS5? So you can now rent your PS5 over the cloud for £10 every month with our new subscription service. Wait, did you just say rent your PS5?
Yeah.
Beg your damn pardon.
Yeah, renting your PS5. Renting your PS5.
They did not see the camera. It's a camera and a microphone.
So PlayStation doesn't even want their customers to own their consoles anymore? We just think it's more convenient for customers to be subscribed on a monthly basis instead of having to pay out of pocket for a console. No, that's an awful idea. No wonder you guys just announced the God of War trilogy remake. You're trying to distract all of us from the fact that you don't want us to own our console.
Let's pay for water, you son of a...
Yes!
You're making
everything
us
they
pay
are.
for grapes, apples, things that God gave us for free.
This beat goes hard though. This beat goes real hard.
You will burn in hell when I'm through with you. You will not be allowed in my Father's house.
At all.
At all.
So, I mean...
But we have also patented a new asset streaming service which aims to lower download sizes. Instead of downloading heavy graphics locally on your PS5, you will stream the assets from the cloud servers from Sony. Oh, so now if you even own the game, you don't own the graphics because you'll have to stream the graphics from a server. This is ridiculous.
Are you guys hearing this? So soon, the ponies who have their PlayStation, they won't own their graphics. You guys will be streaming graphics from out of the cloud. Ponies, are you hearing me? Is this mic on? Are you hearing me? This is insane. Well, this is what happened this weekend, guys. There is one more story I just want to talk about before we close off for the night. You know, these ponies said a lot over the past few months. Xbox is dead. All of a sudden, Dreamcast guy is quiet. J-Dub is quiet. All of these guys is quiet. Could somebody tell me why this week, if Xbox is dead, let's just say Xbox is dead, why this week I am seeing that is this former PlayStation exclusive hinting at an Xbox possible version? Stellar Blade. It seems like Stellar Blade is coming to Xbox, guys. I mean, how could these ponies even have a narrative after this? Look at what the Stellar Blade devs are saying. Stellar Blade, the game that all these ponies signed a petition so that Sony would not blur the giblets off of these ladies. Listen to what it says. Shift Up says they are looking to release Stellar Blade on platforms beyond PlayStation 5 and PC. We are reviewing platform expansion beyond. Let me repeat that for the ponies in the behind. Beyond the PlayStation 5 and the PC. Let me just say shout out to, is that THX 1138? Shout out to you, man. THX is saying, somebody wake up. That's a good point. How Jeff Keighley is not reporting on this? Jeff Keighley does be quick to report on anything negative on Xbox. He is the first one to report. Where is Jeff Keighley? I didn't even think about that. THX, where is Jeff Keighley all of a sudden? Somebody please call Jeff Keighley. Because when it is you call Jeff Keighley, I have something for him. I really
good. One and done. He ain't getting up.
Right? Jeff Keighley is awfully quiet all of a sudden. So shift up continues. They said sorry. Right? Why is this not I keep opening on next page, right? So there's some PlayStation 5 and PC to broaden audience reach. But I thought the PlayStation community was enough. This approach is expected to both introduce the title to new players and gradually build anticipation for the next chapter in the series. So I'm guessing that a sequel is in the works. We expect 2026 to be the year in which more users experience the existing title while momentum and anticipation builds towards the next phase of Stellar Blade franchise. So Stellar Blade, a game that was exclusive to PlayStation, is looking like it's coming to Xbox. It might show up on the Switch 2 as well, but we'll have to wait and see. We know that the Switch 2 is a platform that is not as capable as the Series S. So I know devs, they are still trying to get these games working. It's much more capable than the Switch, but not as capable as the Series S. But Stellar Blade, guys, another exclusive is coming to Xbox. But Xbox is dead. I thought Xbox was dead, guys. So this is what we would have experienced this week. We saw the PlayStation state of third party. We saw the PlayStation state of multiplat. More than 18 games from that state of play is coming to Xbox. But I'll tell you guys this. One of the biggest games that was announced on that state of play was, is it Walk Home? What was the name of that game, guys? Let me just say shout out to THX again. THX says, Stellar chicks need more money. Ponies. You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying. So yes. So there was one game, and this game is bigger than Baby Steps, guys. I don't want you guys to sleep on this game. This game is huge. This game have the potential of being Game of the Year. Now, Baby Steps didn't win Game of the Year, but this game could win it. Let me see if I find that game for you guys before we leave, because this was the game that shut down the show at Sony Dear, man. This was the game. Look at this game here. I want you guys to see this game. Let me see if I find it. The name of the game is Big Walk. Yeah, Big Walk. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this game here, man. This is the game that had all these ponies jumping for joy when they saw it. I want you guys to see this. Look at this game here. Look at this fire. Look at this heat. Big nose, big eyes. They call it Big Walk.
It's a cooperative multiplayer.
Let's hear him say hello. Because you know he wasn't going to say hello. Listen.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
We're House. You might know us because of our Goose game. And
The
we're here
same guy
today to
from
show you
Goose.
around our new game.
This was the game.
It's a cooperative multiplayer adventure made
Is
for
this
friends to
game-
play together.
Was this
It's
game
called
exclusive?
Big Walk.
Big Walk. Big Walk.
It's a tricky game to describe, but it's mainly about doing two things. Talking and walking.
So guys, this game is the ideal game for ponies. Because these ponies love to talk on Twitter. They love to talk all kind of rubbish on Twitter. And they love walking game. These ponies love games like Death Stranding 1 and 2. So this game is actually the best game. This game could be PlayStation Game of the Year.
So talking. It's a big part of Big Walk, and we've put a lot of work
Look
into
at
making
this.
the proximity.
Big nose, big eye, big abdomen. Hey, Pilum, what's going on here with these games, man? Shout out to Pilum, man. Guys, Pilum does be streaming very late. You guys could, after this, you could go and check him out. I think he's streaming. Support Pilum, man. He's trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Let me play Pilum's song, man, because Pilum, let's get this train started. Let's play. Come on, song. Let's play. Pilum, this is all for you, man. Woo! Yeah, man. Look at this. The Xbox Army. We have games, man. We have games, and that's how it's hosted, guys. How can I last this long? So we have to have superpowers, man. We have to have superpowers. Well, I know for a fact that the PlayStation community will be having superpowers with this
voice chat system that feels natural.
To see it all, you'll need to go for a big walk.
To see it all, you need to go for a big walk.
Exploring as part of a group is a special feeling.
Look at this.
Our chat system makes it important to stick together. So navigating the world of Big Walk requires lots of teamwork and talk.
A lot of teamwork. Guys, I don't think we are ready for this game. This game is too much fire. So guys, thank you guys for rocking out with me today. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for hitting the like button, throwing something in the chat. I can't do this without the team. So I'll see you guys next week. I should have a video up either Tuesday. I think I'm home on Monday. I'm home on Tuesday. I'll see you. I still have some work I need to do, but I'll see if I can put up a video on Tuesday. Let me just say before I go, let me just shout out some of the homies, according to Dirt. Some of the homies. Let me say shout out to Dolomites. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to MCell. XZS. Shout out to XZS, man. Shout out to the THX for another $2 super chat. Where did I put up the order? Right. So THX says Sony show the game was captured on the PlayStation. Yeah, this was captured on the PlayStation 5. This is graphics, man. This is power. Raw power of the PlayStation 5 Pro. Shout out to you, THX 1138. Who did I miss? Professor Strong. Alien Squid. Shout out to you, man. Brisket Clown, the landlord. Shout out to you. Shout out to, is that Salah, what? Salacious Salt? Salacious Salt? Oh, Salacious Salt. Shout out to you, man. P-Lump again. TBCW. Shout out to TBCW. Why So Serious? Shout out to you, man. Why So Serious? Everyone in the chat. And guys, don't forget, you have to go for a big walk.
As you explore, you can split it up.
I'll see you guys in the next one.
Or even lose
Take a big walk.
Accidentally.
Don't walk.
When you're
tonight,
apart, if you get lost in the bush, don't worry. You'll find plenty of ways to stay in touch and find each other again.
Hello!
If anyone can hear
Hello!
me, please shoot up a flare.
Look at this! Look at this fire, boy! This is baby steps.
This building behind me has a challenge in it.
I'm going.
Completing challenges like these is the way you make